Hello guys, today I am reviewing the Big Boss oilless fryer. I got this thinking it was an air fryer and it's actually not. It is actually a halogen cooker. And I got this for videos so that we could shoot the food cooking in the videos. And I thought it was an air fryer, but it's actually a halogen fryer. And you know what? We are actually loving this thing. Just so you know, I purchased this with my own money. It is not a sponsor video, and so I'm going to go through the pros and cons with you of what we love about this and what we don't. Now, when it comes, it's going to come with the fryer, tongs that you use to take out your racks, a tall rack that sits like this, a short rack down there, and then a mesh basket to hold things like French fries or things that will fall through on the racks. Now, we have been using this for about 10 days. The boys absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. We have been making French fries, we've been making egg rolls, we've been making chicken, in bone and out of bone, and a few roasted vegetables and potatoes, like not just French fries, but like country fried potatoes, that type of thing, okay? So I'm going to show you some of those things that we have made, but let me show you how to make this work first. Now, to make this work, it's actually super easy. All you do is you take the timer here, put it on the amount of time you want, and then adjust the temperature. And it tells you here, French fries 450 degrees, onion rings 450, fish, chicken, shows you exactly what to do. So what you do is you just turn it on the time and then adjust your temperature, and that's it. Now, this handle right here has a little mechanism right there that when you push the handle down, it's a safety measure to turn it on and off. And what I love is all you have to do is just lift the handle and it's turned off for you to check. Now, the one bad thing about this is that underneath here, this is where the halogen cooker is, and it is super hot. So I'm afraid that if I were to just, if I'm checking my food, if I were to just set it on the counter, I think this would burn the counter. I'm pretty sure. So this is one design flaw that I really don't like. But you can see there's the fan with the halogen going on. But this metal gets super hot right there. So you can't, when you're checking your food, you can't just set this straight on your counter. You're gonna need a hot pad or something to set it on. Now, the other thing it does say in the instructions that if your food is done before the timer, don't force the timer off. Just lift the handle up and let the timer finish going on its own. That way you won't break the spring in the timer, okay? All right, let me show you some foods that we have made with our Big Boss. Now, you should do a single layer. I actually got too many on there. Let me take some of these off. That's way too many. I was feeling hungry, I guess. Okay, more like a single layer. That's about a 1.5 layer, like that. Then you put your Big Boss on. French fries at 450 for 20 minutes. We're right there. And now we're just gonna let it cook. Now, I am gonna stir about halfway through. One thing that I absolutely love about this is, can you hear how quiet it is? So a traditional air fryer sounds like a tornado and absolutely drives me nuts when the kids are running it, because it just seems like it just goes on and on and on. But this thing, it's just a nice little quiet whir. And so if your noise bothers you, this is a perk for the Big Boss, is that it's got a nice quiet fan. It will turn on and off. So as the temperature heats up, if it starts going above the temperature, so like we have it at 450 degrees right now, the light will turn off and then it'll come back on when it needs to heat up again. So don't think there's something wrong with it. That's just the heating element, kind of like an oven turns on and off. That's what this heating element does also. All right, there's the fries. Probably could have gone another 5 minutes, but boys are hungry, so we're just gonna get them all in here. Ooh. Now, can you see? I would use silicone because you can see this kind of melted my hot pad holder. So I would be really careful. That's a bad design, unfortunately. So I would make sure you have silicone to put underneath there. Okay, Jack, you ready? Here we go. Let's test the fries real quick, and then we're gonna make some chicken. Hot. Mmm, but delicious. Mmm, that's good. Yummy. What do you think? Pretty tasty? I would say pretty tasty. Okay, we're gonna make some chicken now. All right, we are going to make our famous Parmesan chicken. This is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, Volume 2, for those of you interested. Now this one I'm making just a little bit different. I'm using mayonnaise for the base instead of eggs. So think about it. Mayonnaise is oil and eggs. So if you coat your chicken, that's the egg coating, okay? Then we're gonna add our Parmesan cheese, finish it up there. And then ranch. Now, if you guys want a great homemade ranch recipe, check it out in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, Volume 1. And we have people that just absolutely rave and rave and rave about our ranch dressing. So I put a little bit of that in there, okay? So now I'm gonna take a piece of chicken. Now these are chicken breasts instead of chicken tenders. So I'm going to just cut them in half so that they're not so big. All right, there we go. That looks good. Now we're just gonna coat it in mayonnaise. Yum. Coat it in our Parmesan. Okay, and then we're gonna place it there. I'm gonna put it in the basket because it might try to fall through. Mayonnaise, all covered. Oh, yum. The boys beg me to make this every single day. They would live off of Parmesan chicken if I let them. I just want one nice layer. Now this feeds a family of 4 to 6 pretty easy. If you have more than that, you probably would have to do more than one batch. So what you could do is put it in a baking pan and then just keep it on warm in the oven. All right, here we go. We're gonna get this cooking. There we go. Ooh, that's looking good. I'm gonna flip it over. Let it brown the other side. All right, so we're gonna check the temperature. And we are there. Okay. Now I will say, this holds more food than a regular air fryer, but it does take a lot longer, about twice as long, to cook it as an air fryer. Ooh, nice and juicy. Wow, that looks pretty yummy. Okay, now the glass part of this is actually really easy to clean, but this mesh bag is a real pain in the patootie. And Mike scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and we finally let it soak again, but it still, it gets stuff stuck all over it. And so that's one thing that I really don't like. Now, it does say it has a self-cleaning feature. So what I'm gonna do is next time try the self-cleaning feature and we'll see how that works. I do love this Big Boss air fryer. Now, it does take up more space on the countertop and it does take longer to cook than a regular air fryer. So I'm gonna do a video comparing the Ninja air fryer and the Big Boss oilless air fryer, and then you guys can decide which is gonna be better for you. But I would say the Big Boss, if this is the kind of thing you're looking for, I would give it a thumbs up. The main thing is just to make sure that you have a silicone mat to set the lid on so that you don't burn your countertops. That would not be good. So anyway, please check out our video on my top kitchen gadgets up here and in the description below. Check out our Dining on a Dime cookbook at livingonadime.com. We will see you guys next time.